now it's time to get some content into our page. So to do that, what we'll do is we'll go and put some of our articles on the front page. So we'll put one from trucks and one from SUVs on there. Now one thing we need to do, click yes to put it on the front page. Then another thing we're going to do is use the read more button here. So we'll put the cursor here. And then if we roll down and click read more, you'll see that it does a break here. So what that'll do is it'll put part of the article on the page, and then the rest of it they'll have to click the read more button to get on there. Now let's look at the advanced parameters, and remember how we want to take off some of the things on here. So we want to take off the section name, the category title, author name, creation date and time, modified date and time. We can leave the PDF icon on there, print icon, email icon. Okay, that should do it. Okay, so let's save this. And then let's put on a truck article. Okay, so we'll turn this to be on the front page. Do a read more. Okay, so that part will end up on the front page. Again, we'll go through our advanced parameters and set them properly here. Save. Okay, now if we go to our front page, click enter, or we click refresh, we'll see that we have a couple of articles on the front page here. And there's our read more stuff. Okay, now it's time to look at menus. So let's go back over here. Let's go to menus and menu manager. Now click on home. Now inside here, over on the right side, we have some parameters. We have leading, intro, columns, and links. So what leading means is it's the number of articles that have the more on it, like we see here, that will appear across the whole page. And then intro, and it tells you here, number of articles to display with the intro text shown. This is the maximum number that will lead across the columns. And then our number of columns, of course, we have here is 2. And the number of links to be displayed are 4. The number of links means the number of articles that will display it as links at the bottom of the page. So we can change how we want the page to appear by using that. I think I've only actually put 2 articles on the front page, so to demonstrate this fully I'm going to have to put some more articles on there. So let's exit this first and let's go back to Content Article Manager, and we better put one more article on the front page here. Actually, I'll put all the articles on the front page, I think, so it'll show it a little better. Okay, I'll save that. Okay, if we go to the other screen and refresh, okay, you'll see that we have one across the whole width like it's supposed to, and then in the columns we have 2 wide. So this is our 5 articles we have on here with the read more. You click read more and it brings up the whole article. So that's how you can get the items on your front page and get them to lay out in the columns the way you want them, just by modifying that over here in the menus. Now we also should add some menu items in here. So let's do an add, or a new. And then what we'll do is, in this case, what we're going to want to do is we're going to add some articles to the content. And then what we want to do is go by sections. We have a truck section and an SUV section. So let's do a section layout. Okay, and the title will be trucks. Okay, display in the main menu. And you can actually put them in sub-menus of other menus, but we want this at the top menu. Okay, we can choose how we want it to act here. If we want it in a parent window or a new window. Okay, the section we want is trucks, because that's what we're trying to display here. Whether we want the description hidden or shown. Description image hidden or shown. Okay, category list. If we want to list the categories, we can show here. This means that we can hide categories that don't have anything in them, and this will tell what number of items are in the category, and if we're going to show the category description. And then we have our advanced parameters. Not much in here. What order we want them in. Default, alphabetical, or reverse alphabetical, or the order they appear. This is the order of the articles, oldest first, most recent first, etc. You can set them up the way you want here. We'll just leave it at the default. If we want to show a feed link so they can pick up a feed off of the section, we have the components, and we've been through this before. These are a little bit different, but we can change any of these in here that we want. And we can see how it looks and decide if we want to change them later if we want. And then the system parameters. And we can change these as we see fit as well. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll save this. Now we'll go back and we'll refresh over here. Okay, we have trucks. Okay, and then our half ton. And then we have our article list in there. Now we would add our SUV menu over here in much the same way. We go back to our menus. We go to menu items and main menu. And then we create a new one. And we'll do articles. And then the type of article we're going to do is by section. And then here we'll put SUVs. Okay, and then we go through much the same process here. Over on this side, we will select SUVs and just keep all the defaults again. And then down here, we would change these as we would like. Remember, we change all the parameters that we want to change, and then we save. Okay, now if we go back and refresh over here, there's our SUVs. Click on that. We have one article on crossovers. Click Ford Edge. And there's our article there. Now, instead of doing it by sections, or as well as doing it by sections, we could also do it by category if we wanted. And to do that, we could go into here, and then we could do new and articles. And then this time, we could use category. And here we could say half ton. Okay, and then again, now we could put under trucks if we want, or we can just do the top if we want to do all the half tons in our menu. Okay, and then we got the same type of stuff here. We select our category up here. So we're going to do trucks half ton. So like so. We set our number of links. And then we can set our parameters as we see fit down here. We have our advanced parameters. Again, these are much the same as before. Okay, so let's save this. Now if we refresh over here, if we click on trucks now, you'll see that we have, on our menu, we have half ton. And then it brings up the article. So that adds another level to our menu here. Then we would do the same thing with SUVs. Okay, so when we come back in here, now we create a new, then we go into articles again. Then we go into category and category layout. You can do a list or a blog layout, doesn't matter which you want to do. And this time we'll do crossovers. Okay, that's going to go under SUVs. Over here, we have SUVs crossovers. We can set any of these parameters we want here. Okay, so now we have half-ton trucks under trucks and crossovers under SUVs. And of course, if we had half-ton under SUVs, we'd have them down here as well because we're sorting by categories now. So if we go over to this side, we refresh now. And we click on SUVs, you'll see that it brings crossover up here. Now what we could do, if we're going to use this layout, what we would want to do is not, when we click on SUV, we're not going to want to show this over here anymore. So what we would do is we go into trucks, and then we would hide the category list for both trucks and SUVs. Okay, so we'll go back here, click on home. Now when you click on trucks, okay, the category list isn't over here because we don't need it because we're using it this way now. So now we click on half ton, it brings up our article list this way. So that's two different ways you can set up your navigation. We'll continue with the menus and content in the next video.